Good morning, my friends. How are you all? So, I hope everybody is fine. Welcome to our channel Board and Beyond. And today we are going to take up short problems like 1 or 2 marks each. Okay, and these are basically hot questions in the sense that it has already appeared in the exam, few of them, and few of them are very likely to appear in the exam. Okay, and friends, see, I cannot give you 100% assurance that these problems will appear in the exam. Okay, so just to tell you that, like, what you carry in the examination hall along with you is that the concepts that you build along with me, and the practice what you have done, okay, at your leisure time or at your place. Okay, so during this class I will be solving a few problems which will be actually short length problems, and I will also be giving you some tips as to what to do in the examination and what is that to avoid in the examinations, right? Okay, so let's get started on to the topic, friends. So let's take up the first question, right? Okay. The first question says that we are expected to find the value of p for px square minus 14x plus 8. Right, friends? So we are expected to find the value of p here such that one root is 6 times the other root. Okay, so there are two things given here. This polynomial, that is your quadratic polynomial, is given, and the condition is given that one root is 6 times the other. Right, friends? So let us say one root is alpha, so another root is 6 alpha. This is what it is given, right? We are expected to find the value of p. Now, what do we do here is that we know sum of the roots is how much, my friends? Sum of the roots. So alpha plus 6 alpha should be equal to minus b by a, right? And as per the quadratic polynomial which we have got, minus b by a is nothing but 14 by p, right? You're all there with me? So this becomes 7 alpha is equal to 14 by p, right? So alpha is equal to 2 by p. You are getting this? I have just simplified it. Now there is another derivation that we know, or another condition that we know. Alpha into beta is how much, my friends? Let's do alpha into beta here. Alpha beta is equal to c by a. So in our particular scenario, alpha into 6 alpha is equal to c by a. How much is c? 8, right? 8 by how much is a? A is nothing but p. So we can say 6 alpha square is equal to 8 by p, right? I have multiplied. So alpha square is equal to 8 by 6 into p, right, friends? So this is nothing but 4, this is nothing but 3, right? Yeah, we are. So alpha square is equal to 4 by 3p. So this is alpha square. Now we know alpha square and we know alpha, right? So what do we do is here is that alpha square is equal to 4 by 3p. I will take it here. Alpha square is equal to 4 by 3p. Putting the value of alpha, this, in this, what happens is 2 by p whole square is equal to 4 by 3p. You are getting my point, right? So this is nothing but, this is equal to 4 by p square is equal to 4 by 3p. Right, friends? So cross multiplying, this gives, actually we can cancel this 1 and this 1. So this gives 3p is equal to p square, right? now we can actually, I'll take it up here. Okay, so p square is equal to 3p. So can we write p square minus 3p is equal to 0? I just brought this term this side, right? So if I take common here, so p minus 3 is equal to 0. Right, friends? So this suggests that p minus 3 is equal to 0. 0 divided by any value is equal to 0 only. So p is equal to 3. You have got the answer. So p is equal to 3. Right? So this was our first question. Okay. So as I said you that I will be giving you some tips as well. Okay. So the first step is that whenever you are solving a problem on mathematics, please be very attentive on the signs. Right? One sign change, that is one plus change to a minus, can actually lead you into trouble. And the trouble is that you will be basically missing out that problem. That is one thing, and you will be killing the time as well, because the time which you consume in actually correcting that is actually time taken out from your pool of time, which could be used for solving other problems. So please be clear on that. Right? Let's take up the next problem, friends. If okay, let's take up this one. This is little more. The condition is given. Formulate a quadratic polynomial. Right? We are expected to formulate a quadratic polynomial, and the condition given is the sum of whose roots is equal to 16 and the difference of whose roots is given as 4. Right? So two conditions given to us. Alpha plus beta is given. Alpha plus beta is equal to 16 and alpha minus beta is equal to 4. Right, friends? Now just look at the general form of a quadratic polynomial. Let's not take this. Okay, let's write it in this form. This is general form of a quadratic polynomial. Okay, now we all know that, friends, we all know that alpha plus beta is given to us, since alpha plus beta is here. Okay, alpha into beta is not known to us. So there are two ways of approaching this. Either we find alpha and beta separately, then we can find the roots, or we find alpha into beta. Right? So for my friends, those who are well versed with a square plus b square and other identities, we can always write that, see, alpha plus beta whole square is equal to alpha minus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. You are there with me on this? Sorry, this will be minus and this will be plus. So alpha minus beta whole square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Okay. Now what happens here? We know alpha minus beta 4 square. We know alpha plus beta 16 square. 4 into alpha beta. We don't know alpha beta. We will try to find out alpha into beta from here. So 16 is equal to 256 minus 4 alpha beta. Right, friends? So this becomes minus 240. I bring it this side. This becomes minus 4 alpha beta. Minus and minus gets cancelled. Okay. So alpha into beta is equal to 240 by 4, that is equal to 60. You are getting the point? See, you have got the product of the roots here and you have got the sum of the roots here. Can we formulate the quadratic equation now? Yes. So the quadratic equation in this case will be x square minus alpha plus beta, that is 16, x plus alpha beta, that is 60. Hope this is getting covered on the board. Yeah. Okay. So this was one of the methods, friends. Okay. Now let's see, if you are well versed with the linear equation in two variables, this becomes a little simpler. Okay, how? Let's see. Alpha plus beta is known to us to be 16. Alpha minus beta is known to be as 4. If we add the 2, what happens? This gets cancelled. 2 alpha is equal to 20. So alpha is equal to 10. You are right? Now, since alpha is 10, we can substitute in any one of the equation and get beta is equal to 6. So alpha into beta, this says alpha into beta is equal to 60. Quadratic equation is x square minus 16x plus 60. You see, this becomes little simpler if you are well versed with the linear equation in two variables. Okay, which I will be taking up the next class. Right? Now see, there is another method of doing it. Alpha plus beta is equal to 16 and alpha minus beta is equal to 4. This also implies that alpha is equal to 4 plus beta. 4 plus beta. Right? Putting this in the first equation, okay? 4 plus beta is equal to 16. So 2 beta is equal to 12, beta is equal to 6. So once beta is equal to 6, alpha is possible to find out from any one of the equation, that is equal to 10. So alpha into beta is equal to 60. Right? So quadratic equation is x square minus 16x plus 60. See, you got it? There are three different ways of actually solving it. So now my friends, during the examination, because of the pressure of the examination or because of the nervousness, if you actually forget this formula, no problem. You can immediately switch over to this. But you should be quick enough in deciding which way I need to go. Right? You should have the objective in the mind that alpha plus beta is known to me and I need to find alpha into beta to formulate the quadratic equation. That is the whole motto. Okay? Once you are able to find out alpha into beta, you will be able to form the quadratic equation. Right, friends? Okay. So, let's move on to the next question. The next question says that if x is equal to 3 is one of the root of the quadratic equation. Let us say one quadratic equation is x square minus 2kx minus 6 is equal to 0 and x is equal to 3 is one of the root. We are expected to find the value of k. Right? So since x is equal to 3 is given to be one of the roots, so so we just replace it. So this becomes 9 minus 2 into 3, 6, that is 6k minus 6 is equal to 0. So this is 3, so minus 6k is equal to minus 3, k is equal to half. Right? So I have basically gone fast and then skipped a few skipped a few process or a few sentences here. Okay, so x is equal to half. So since this is one or two marks question, so you can be pretty fast. You need not elaborate each and every step in the examination, right? So that's not expected out of you. Okay. Now, find the roots of the quadratic equation. There is a quadratic equation by this 7x plus 5 root 2. Right? This is a quadratic equation given to you and you are expected to find the roots of this quadratic equation. Right? So what happens is that we will try to factorize this quadratic equation here. Okay? So what happens? The product of the first and the last term is equal to 5 into root 2 into root 2 is nothing but 5 into 2 is nothing but 10. So 10x square. Right? Now I need to split 10 into two parts such that either their sum or the difference is equal to plus 7. Okay. The possibilities are 5 and 2. Okay. So this becomes 5x and this becomes 2x. Right. Now what happens is root 2x square. See, I'll write 2x here. In a short while you will come to know why I have done this. Right? Because see, if I take 5x here, I will not be able to take it common. Right? That is why I have interchanged 2x I have written here, 5x I have written here. Now if I take root 2 common here, my friend, root 2x, this leaves me with x plus root 2. Are you all there with me on this? Yeah? So this is x plus root 2, which is equal to 0. So the two factors are root 2x plus 5 and x plus root 2 is equal to 0. So since product of this and this is 0, so equating it 1 by 1 to 0, we find the value of x, right? So equating this to 0, we get x is equal to minus 5 divided by root 2. And equating this to 0, x is equal to minus root 2. So these are the two roots for this quadratic polynomial. Right, friends? Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. In the next class, I will be taking up polynomials long questions, basically 3 and 4 marks questions, okay, which are probably hot questions for your future coming examinations, right? Okay. Now, let me tell you one thing. There will be a few questions which would appear to you, okay, which will be quite evident that yes, it is a polynomial, right? But there will be certain questions which will be there in the question paper, and in the first guess you will not be able to find that it is a problem on a quadratic polynomial or on a polynomial, okay. But later on when you try to solve it, actually you will end up with a polynomial to be solved. Next question is like that, okay. So what we need to do is that we need to solve for x. And what is given? 2x plus 9 plus x is equal to 13. This is given to us. Okay, we have to solve it for x, right, friends? So what we do is that we transpose one term on the other side. Okay, any problem till here? No, right? Now what we do is that we square on both the sides. Okay, so this gives me 2x plus 9 because this is in square root, and this gives me 13 minus x whole square. Right? Friends, please don't do 13 square minus x square. Please don't make that mistake. Right? So 13 minus x whole square. This is of the form a minus b whole square, which is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? So, which is also equal to a square, that is 13 square minus 2 into 13 into x plus x square, which is also equal to how much, my friends? 169 minus 26 x, right? 13 to the 26, yeah, okay, plus x square. Correct? So now I will bring it here. 2x plus 9 is equal to 169 minus 26x plus x square. Okay, friends, what I will do now is that I will bring all the terms to one side and equate it to 0. Okay, so let's say 0, or let's say 0 is equal to, first I will write this term x square. See, this is minus 26 and this will go here, this will become minus 2x, so which will give me minus 28x, right? And this is 169, and this, when this goes this side, this becomes 160. Any problem here? Actually, I have skipped a few steps here, okay? No problem. So we need to factorize this, my friend. Okay, so x square minus 28x into 160, sorry, plus 160. So product of this and this is 160x square. Let's do it here only. 160x square. I need to break up into two parts such that their sum or the difference is equal to minus 28, right? So how do we do? 20 and 8, yeah, 20 and 8 will help us, right? So we'll put here x here and x here. The product is a positive sign, so, and this is minus, so both will be minus. You're getting my point now? Let's do that. X square minus 20x minus 8x plus 160, okay, is equal to 0 or is equal to 0 this side, both are same. So x here giving me x minus 20 minus 8 giving me x minus 20 is equal to 0. Getting covered input? Yeah. X minus 8 and x minus 20 is equal to 0. Now the product of this and this is 0. So either x is equal to 8 or x is equal to 20. Right? So x is equal to 8 or 20. Now we try to fit in here. First let us take 8. So this becomes 16 plus 9, 25. 25 square root is equal to 5. Okay. Plus x is equal to 8 is equal to 13. Yeah. This holds good. 13 is equal to 13. But if we put 20, this becomes 40 plus 9, 49. Square root is 7. 7 plus 20 is equal to 13. No, it is not equal to 13. So x is equal to 8 is the answer. Right? Okay, friends. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. The next question says that find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and product for whose zeros are root 3 and minus root 3 respectively. Root 3 and 1 by root 3 respectively. So alpha plus beta is equal to root 3 and alpha into beta is equal to 1 by root 3. This is given to us. We are expected to formulate the quadratic equation for this, quadratic polynomial for this. I'm so sorry. Okay. So this is known to us. So how do we write the general form? X square minus root 3x plus 1 by root 3. Right? This is the general form of a quadratic polynomial. So we can take root 3 LCM. So root 3x square minus 3x plus 1. Okay. So we can write 1 by root 3 root 3x square minus 3x plus 1. So this is the quadratic polynomial which we are expected to find out. Okay, you can leave it at this step also, that is also good enough because this is only a constant. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's take this one. 3x square f of x is equal to 3x square plus 8x plus k. Okay. So we are expected to find k here. Okay. And the condition given here is that one root is reciprocal of the other root. Right, friends? So I hope we all understand what do we mean by reciprocal. Reciprocal is nothing but 1 by that thing. Okay. So let's take if one is alpha, the other one is 1 by alpha. Right? So what happens, my friend? See, we need to solve it fast because this is a very short question. So see, this is 6 and this is C and this is A. Right? And what do we get here if we take the product? of the roots, it will be equal to 1. Product of the roots, that is alpha into 1 by alpha, should be equal to c by a, right? So 1 is equal to c by a, that is nothing but k by 3. So k is equal to 3. Yeah. So please don't get inside doing alpha plus beta, right? Because we need to solve it fast, right? So this was one more question. Let's move on to the next one. What is that? Yeah. Okay. So if x is equal to 1 root for this, x square minus 2kx minus 6 is equal to 0, right? If x is equal to 3 is one of the roots. Sorry, we have already done this, friend. Okay. Let's not repeat it. Okay, so we are exhausted with all our questions that we had prepared. Okay, so next class what I am going to do is I'll be taking up problems on which is basically 3 and 4 marks problems, little lengthier. Okay, and for this class we will wind up here. So I hope you have taken out something from this class from me today. Okay, so till the time we meet next, so be happy, keep learning with us. Thank you so much. And if you like the efforts that we actually put in here, so please do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.